Okay, hello everyone. This is Yudu from WanXiang Blockchain, and very glad to be here and to share our size, our experience during the past few years in the blockchain field in China. And the topic today is industrial blockchain. And so first of all, I would like to give a brief introduction about who we are and what we are doing in China. And first, we are from WanXiang Group. So WanXiang Group is the first, the earliest and largest private companies in China. And now we have three different sectors business. First, originally, we founded in 1969 from the automobile parts manufacturing sector, and then agriculture, and also the finance service. So from WanXiang Blockchain perspective, we are from the financial sector. And very quick about the financial sector. Actually, the business is pretty simple. We divide our financial holding sector into two different sectors. One is the traditional financial service. We have almost all the financial licensing in mainland China, including banks, insurance, funds, trust, etc. And also starting from the around 2010, we get into the fintech perspective because we think all the revolutionary stuff from the technology. And then that's why we get interested in AI and blockchain. So for the blockchain perspective, waiting for the slides. We get into the blockchain field in 2015. And because at that time, we see the worldwide, all the financial institutions are really getting interested in blockchain technology, using blockchain to improve the efficiency, using blockchain to using in the international payment. So as a financial holding companies, that's why we're getting interested in blockchain in 2015. So I think it's basically one of the first mainstream institutions, especially in China, and in blockchain space. So in 2015, we set up a WanXiang Blockchain Labs, and Vitalik is our chief scientist. And also, from our experience, we really don't know blockchain at 2015. And so another thing we did in the 2015 is that we set up one venture fund focused on blockchain technology called Fenbush Capital. And it's a $50 million fund at that moment. And after 2 or 3 years, now we have another fund called Hashkey Capital with another $150 million fund. And until now, globally, we invest more than 200 blockchain startups. And because as in China, we also have around 300 R&D team in the blockchain company. We're doing a consulting chain platform and also doing all kinds of industrial applications in China. So based on our experience in the consulting blockchain, we engage some blockchain standardization works, including ISO TC307, IEEE, and also the China's national blockchain standard. And besides that, we're still trying to build an ecosystem in China or in Asia. So we hold blockchain summit every year, starting from 2015 in Shanghai. And probably some of us joined us in Shanghai during the past few years. And a very interesting point I want to bring out is about the policies in mainland China. So it's pretty simple. For the cryptocurrency, it's a no. You can do nothing about cryptocurrency in mainland China. But for the blockchain, the government encouraged blockchain technology, very aggressive, I would say. And so basically, the general idea before that, for the regulations for the cryptocurrency, it's from the PBOC, People's Bank of China. It's from the financial perspective. So it's banned everything related to the unregulated financial services, especially in the crypto. And also, but on the other side, for the permission blockchain, the regulations were made by the MIIT, which is the Ministry of Information and Industrial Information technologies. So it's quite interesting. So the only thing right now in mainland China what we can do is permission blockchain, no public chain, no cryptocurrency related things. So pretty simple. And so based on the idea about the permission blockchain, waiting for the next slide. Sorry. Oh, yeah, here it is. So ideas about the ways of using different blockchain from our experience. So first, we look into the nurture blockchain technology. It's all about trust. And based on the trust machine, there are two different. Sorry for the bad internet here. And so we put in the blockchain, using a blockchain in two different ways. One is Internet of Information and the Internet of Value. So the traditional internet utilizing is using to process the information. So basically in China, what we're using now is using blockchain to also processing the information. So we see a lot of applications in the provenance, evidence, supply chain management, etc. But for the public chain side, which is really interesting, is tokens like Bitcoin, Ether, DeFi, and NFT, etc. It's pretty interesting. But then we look into the nurture of the business, because while we are trying to using blockchain in China, we're always thinking about why we are using blockchain, what blockchain, why blockchain is used here. So while we look into the big internet companies worldwide, we see that the nurture of business never changes. While new technologies came out, there is new business model, but we are also solving the same problem. For example, information searching, buy or sell things, e-commerce, and also the social media, entertainment. The needs of human for these have existing for hundreds of thousands of years. And then we see an opportunity that blockchain came out and other technology like 5G, big data, AI came out. There is a whole new opportunity for new infrastructure. So we think there is a big opportunity for us is that using the new infrastructure in the digital economy, which I think most of the government worldwide are really looking to the new opportunities here. So during the last year, the Chinese government brought out a lot of regulations or policies to encourage new technology. They call the new infrastructure construction in China, which they divide technology into three sectors. First, telecommunication network infrastructure. Second, new technology infrastructure, and also the computing infrastructure. So they put blockchain technology into the new technology infrastructure. So from our perspective, as the industry company, we see we need to bring all of these technologies together, because let's say digital economy is all about data. So we see this new technology from the life cycle of data, from the generating, from the transformation, from the storage processing, and also the data exchange market. So there is a whole new market, a whole new infrastructure here. That's our opportunity as a traditional company. We see the opportunities here. Oops. Sorry. Waiting for the clicker. So the information, see the, oh yeah, oh sorry, in the past one. Yeah. Right here. So we see there is an opportunity of combination all of different technologies here. Let's take the blockchain and IoT, for example. So people here, while we are using the blockchain in the industry, people always care about the source of data, where you, what kind of data you are collecting and then put on the blockchain. So there is a good way that using IoT to collect data, and then we put the blockchain AI things, the function, into the IoT devices, and the IoT devices can directly communicate with the blockchain technology, say permission chain or consortium chain here, and then put the data on the blockchain. And also from the application side, you can build all kinds of industrial applications based on this platform, which means we can guarantee all the data we collect is true and is not manipulated. There is one way of like combine AI and blockchain and IoT. So how we put all of these related technology into a platform and put that into an industrial application, we bring out a platform we call distributed cognitive industry internet. Because during the past few years, we see in China globally, every big factories build their own industrial internet and based on their own data center. And here is a scenario that everyone wants to see other partners' data, but no one wants to share their own data because of privacy or from the commercial consideration. But from the value chain perspective, it's really good for all the factories to share their data with each other, which we can improve the efficiency of the whole industry. And what we're trying to do is we're using, based on the blockchain, a distributed platform, and also privacy preserving computing technology help to sharing data with each other, and then help them utilizing more data that from the partners and also protect their privacies. So you can see here, we try to use the platform in the different industries, especially for the like battery life cycle management platform. And we, based on the platform, we improve the data sharing efficiency and solving the problems for different factories. And here is a live case about what we have done in the industry, especially for the manufacturing industry. So, WanXiang is from the automobile parts manufacturer. We provide all kinds of parts to the car makers. So you can see recalls of automobile parts is pretty common globally. And here is we quote a conversation from a factory that when a recall happens, we really think about there is only 300 suspicious items, but the customers think we need to recall all the 3,000 suspicious products because the customers, they really don't trust your data. What we're trying to do is that we put the blockchain, IoT, and AI together on the platform. When we put all the production and processing data in the factory on the blockchain, and while recall happens, we put all of this data, which is we can prove it's true, and let the customers to analyze what kind of suspicious items they want to recall. But here is another problem. For a car, there are thousands of suppliers, and if we only focus on one factory, that's not enough. So what we do is we put all the suppliers, tier 1, tier 3, tier 1, tier 2 suppliers, all of them on the blockchain. So we can, because in the past, all their manufacturing data was on their own data centers. For the customers, they don't have the rights or also of authentication to get the data from all kinds of factories. So we put all of these quality related data on the blockchain. So while a recall happens for the car manufacturer, they can grab all the related data on the blockchain and they make their own analyze. They decide why the problem is happened and how we can improve that, and especially for how exactly numbers of the suspicious parts we need to recall. So it's really prove the whole industry's efficiency and lower everyone's costs here. And also, we mentioned the regulations in China right now, but most of us in the industry blockchain, we really thinking about if we only using the parts of Internet of Information for blockchain, it's not enough. That's why you can see most of the consulting blockchain companies are not that good. And it's really interesting for what we think is that the real innovation is on the public blockchain, where it's the Internet of Value part. So I see the trends of industrial blockchain is that we're moving from the processing of information to the processing of value. Because of the regulations, we cannot using tokens or DeFi protocols in mainland China right now, but there is one opportunity, the NFT. So I saw there's a lot of talkings about how we using NFT in the consortium blockchain under the regulation. There is a lot of way to do that because, for example, the battery I mentioned. So one scenario we are working on right now is if every battery for the EVs have NFT, there is a lot of things we can do on the blockchain. And based on this new technology, we see a huge opportunity of new business models. Just like 20 years ago when the internet came out, then the Facebook, Google, Alibaba came out. So there is a huge opportunity here. We really looking into is that we put blockchain, not only blockchain, we put blockchain, IoT, 5G, AI, all of these technologies together, a platform that solves our real industry problems. So it's pretty interesting. So that's pretty much talk the ideas today. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Chainlink folks. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that fascinating presentation. In a lot of the public discussion about public blockchains, I feel like there's this notion that we say, there used to be intranet and nobody uses that anymore. Well, in fact, some places still do. There's good reason for that. And so we need to find ways to solve their problems as well.